I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. And this is an exclusive Patreon only membership videos where you will get some interesting takes on Vedic astrology, some interesting learning on Vedic astrology, which I can usually will not upload on general YouTube platform. So that will help me grow as a channel, and that will help me take care of the cost of production of this YouTube channel and the other two channels that I have, Punneit Astrology Hindi and Lifetime Soul. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. We observed that all planets are transiting somewhere, obviously, but there is one zodiac sign that has been out of sight, or maybe it hasn't been implicated directly by planets, which is why we didn't focus more on it. But that zodiac sign is actually blocked by 5th and 9th houses from itself, and that zodiac is Virgo. Virgo has been the most confused zodiac for last couple of years, especially after the move of Rahu in Taurus and Ketu in Scorpio. Let's get to know in this quick video what was happening wrong with Virgo. But before we proceed, don't forget to press the bell icon and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Find all links of all platforms on Telegram and in the description box below. For consultations, you can drop me an email. Let's begin this special video to know what's been happening in Virgo zodiac sign. Virgo comes in the 6th house of the Kalpurush belt. The 6th bhav represents Prarabdha Karma, which is the house of karmic debts and where the wheel of time runs. It is also known as Upachya house. The 6th house looks into job, disputes, although on a positive note. The house also symbolizes healing and is responsible for sustenance of life. It gives you gains of longevity because it is 11th from 8th and changes your source of income. Well, and it is a very important house. Always remember that any house in astrology isn't good or bad. There is no black and white, but everything is shades of grey. And every bhav has something positive as well as negative. Similarly, Virgo is a zodiac where analysis, strategy, implementation and calculations takes place. Hence, this zodiac brings along problem-solving skills. If we talk about what was happening with this zodiac, observe that Saturn since January 2020 is in Capricorn and it is 5th for Virgo. The 5th house plays an important role for any zodiac because it indicates productivity. But if we talk about the 5th energy, it is also important because 5th house is actually 12th from natural Virgo, which is 6th house of Kalpurush. And the 5th house from there will become the 12th and the 12th energy. Being the 12th house, it is a Virgo's loss as well as its final destiny becomes when Prarabdha Karma ends. Actually, it becomes Sanchit Karma, which can also be called Purva Punya, which enter your life as divine blessings. When Virgo comes in Lagna and we judge the 5th, it becomes Virgo's Purva Punya and Shani is located there. As soon as Saturn enters Capricorn, Virgo's learning comes from its own karma. Saturn makes Virgo work a lot and learn while you work and solves the conflicts. If your zodiac is Virgo, or you are a Virgo ascendant, or your major planets are in Virgo, then you must have struggled a lot and must have put in a lot of hard work. Sometimes you may have seen that you are receiving some results. Sometimes you may not have received them, even after hard work. You must have faced difficulties and delays in various situations. You must have wanted to study, but wouldn't have been able to do it. Virgo is present in out of the 12 houses, there will be one house which has Virgo. And the house that it is situated must have faced delays. Not only this, your expectations from Virgo must have increased because Virgo wanted to change its destiny and Saturn was creating problems, in fact delays in this. Now, this is because Saturn and Rahu are opposite forces. As patient as Saturn is, Rahu is equally impatient. If Saturn is scalar quantity, then Rahu is a vector. When Virgo decided to change its destiny, Rahu was the most important planet because it is ninth from Virgo and it is present in the sign of Taurus, house of resources. Rahu has its own complete aspect on Virgo and also on Saturn. Here Virgo is stuck in malefic influence between Rahu and Saturn, in fact the opposite forces. Now observe that if Rahu is ninth from Virgo, then what is Virgo's communication? Third house. Third house is Virgo's communication, but it is Scorpio and Ketu is present there. This means that whenever Virgo has tried to experiment, it failed 8 out of 10 times. Try to read what is happening in your life where Virgo is placed. For instance, if you are Aquarius ascendant, Virgo will be your 8th house, which means whenever you tried major transformations in life, it didn't work out. Many times, even after receiving something, you must have had to let it go due to some or the other problem or unexpected losses. Say you are a Sagittarius ascendant, then Virgo will become 10th house for you, which means you must have struggled a lot in your career, for your image in society, irrespective of multiple attempts. You must have pushed for your promotion but didn't succeed. Although whoever followed the path of Shani succeeded quickly by first learning, and then the Shani's patience converted it into success. Now during interaction of these forces, Virgo became the silent victim. Well, until Jupiter was in Capricorn, it has its aspect direct on Virgo. It was a brutal education session for Virgo zodiac and areas ruled by Virgo, and this was really important for all of us. People who are of Virgo ascendant, Virgo moon, or have major planets in the Virgo will relate most to this. Here, self-healing properties are very crucial. Jupiter is now in Aquarius, and Aquarius is 6th from Virgo. Aquarius is Bhava, the Bhavam of Virgo. Now when Jupiter's energy is interacting with Aquarius, Virgo is relieved, since Jupiter is neither influenced by Saturn nor Rahu. Although Jupiter is now working independently for Virgo's losses, because Jupiter's aspect is on Leo, which is the 12th from Virgo. Now the 3rd, 5th and 9th houses are connected with Ketu, Shani and Rahu. Then traveling related issues were also observed in Virgo. For instance, if someone has Virgo in the 6th house, which means if someone is an Aries ascendant, for them it was observed that job related traveling led to problems. If someone is a Gemini ascendant, then Virgo will be your 4th house. Then issues related to mother, family, unwanted changes, lack of peace and positivity were observed. Virgo in itself is a zodiac that indicates loss of balance because it's 12th from Libra, and that zodiac isn't able to maintain balance due to malefic influence. It is only experimenting with efforts. Now it is advised to avoid experiments in the area of life that is controlled by Virgo. Until Brihaspati, Jupiter, transit in Pisces happens, that will happen in the month of April, experimenting wouldn't be the right decision. When Jupiter will enter Pisces, it will have a direct aspect on Virgo, and therefore for Virgo, Jupiter's presence in the 7th house is like availability of a prominent, learned leader, guru, philosopher who will always guide. This guidance will be extremely handy and it will face less problems and will learn from the experiences. Belief system of Virgo was also shattered in these 2 years. For instance, say if you are an Aquarius ascendant and believed you can bring changes whenever you desire, because Virgo is in 8th house and it controls transformation for you naturally, but those changes didn't take place. Your belief system was rattled here. If you are Sagittarius ascendant, Virgo was in 10th house. You believed you can push your career, you can grow whenever you want, however you want, but all you saw was blockage and struggle. Say if you are a Cancer ascendant, then Virgo will be your 3rd house. You believed that things will go as planned as it was going earlier and you can control it, but that did not happen. You were always overpowered by some higher authority who also broke your free will. Free will of Cancer ascendant broke, that shattered the confidence. So, you have to check where and in which bhav Virgo is located in your kundli. Then you have to check what does that bhav indicate and what does it mean. 4th house means mother. 7th means marriage. 8th is transformation. Ascendant means you yourself. Similarly, you will have to see what part of your life is ruled by Virgo Rashi and relate it to all that happened in the past 2 years. You will observe that all the chaotic energies in that area of life was because Virgo was not able to balance. Hence, it is advised that until Jupiter enters Pisces and balances Virgo, avoid making big decisions related to that area of life. Since it will be under Rahu's influence and without planning it properly, if you make any decision, its productivity will decrease to 0 by Saturn. And you will end up just learning from the situation. Remember, Saturn is 5th for the Virgo, but you will never be able to take control of it. In such situations, in such problems, donate food and help educate poor children. Now, Virgo's 10th house is crucial, which is Gemini, communication. This means you will have to improve your communication, so learn new languages and bring positivity and optimism in your communication for success. Playing blind shots won't bring success, although you may believe so, since Rahu is slowly moving towards Aries. Remember, Aries is 8th for Virgo. And when Rahu goes there, it can be difficult. I will record a separate video for this, so subscribe to the channel. For the link, hit the bell icon and you will get the notifications. Well, when Rahu will enter the 8th, it will bring major transformation for Virgo. We will have to wait to observe how will this transformation be. So friends, we can see that how fixing one zodiac sign or reading it and judging the planetary movement accordingly can help understand the problems arising in that one particular area of life, and how Rahu, Shani, Ketu, planets like this blocked attempts of Virgo just to teach a lesson. You keep attempting but only received what was desired by Saturn. Trust me, if you observe carefully, you won't feel guilty and will be okay by accepting things that didn't work out the way you wanted them to, but understand the motive behind. If you learn from past 2 years, things may work out, and if you haven't, then learn. So friends, this was a small video on what was happening with Virgo. I'll be bringing such special videos for you. Subscribe and press the bell icon to stay notified. I will keep meeting you in such similar videos. This is your host Puneet. Namaste. Hey, wait, one more thing. If you are facing problems from the Virgo zodiac or the area of life that is controlled by Virgo, the best remedy will be to chant Vishnu Sahasranam and chant the mantra Om Gam Ganapate Namah or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.